So, the ordered batteries have finally arrived, which means that we can finish up with this cheap DSLR series with the third and final camera, the Nikon D5500. Moving from the 2000s tech of the Olympus and Pentax to this feels like stepping out of the time machine. This really is a modern camera and the layout reflects that. In terms of hardware, the contrast here really is wild. It's incredibly lightweight, almost shockingly so, because Nikon used a carbon fiber composite monocoque body instead of the traditional plastics or heavy metals. But the standout feature of the physical design is the grip. It is deeply recessed, meaning your fingers wrap all the way into the body, giving you an incredibly secure, comfortable hold, despite how thin the camera actually is. You also get a fully articulating touchscreen. You can flip it around for video, shoot from high or low angles easily, and navigate menus just by tapping. It feels sleek, highly efficient, and completely modern. Performance is where this camera completely walks away from the other two. Inside is a 24 megapixel aps-c CMOS sensor, and Nikon omitted the optical low-pass filter. What that means for your close-ups and macro work is an absurd amount of fine detail. You can crop into an image and still see every single fiber, petal, or texture perfectly clearly. Because it's a modern aps-c sensor with excellent dynamic range, throwing the background out of focus is effortless. Throw a cheap 50mm lens with an f1.8 on this body and you get an incredibly soft, creamy bokeh that easily matches or beats what you can get out of a modern smartphone camera. Now, for the purposes of this video, I shall be pairing the Nikon D5500 with the native 18 to 55mm VR2 lens. If you would like to see a more in-depth review of this camera lineage, please drop a comment below, hit that like and subscribe button and support the channel. And unlike the older CCD cameras, low light is actually a strength here. You can comfortably bump the ISO up to 3200 or even 6400, shoot indoors at night and still get clean, usable images with minimal noise. If there is any downside, it's that the images can sometimes look almost too clean. It lacks that quirky vintage soul and specific color character that the old Olympus or Pentax sensors have. It's just a highly precise clinical tool. So in terms of video, I don't think this camera offers any groundbreaking performance. However, it is on par with the higher echelon offerings from its time. Here are some sample shots so you can judge for yourselves. So that wraps up this look at the three very cheap, very different DSLRs. We went from the unique nostalgic Kodak colors of the Olympus to the weather-sealed mechanical tank of the Pentax and finally to this high-resolution Nikon powerhouse. It goes to show that you don't really need to spend a fortune on the latest mirrorless camera to have fun or get great images. Now the question would be which one of these three approaches would suit you best. Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, please remember that I buy, hoard and collect weird and quirky obsolete tech stuff like this trio of DSLRs so you don't have to. Thank you for watching and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.